We ain't settling for less, man. We just ain't doing it. Not one of us. Not happening. The chosen ones don't settle for less. But if you're not chosen, you might just settle for less. But do not do that to yourself. Do not sell yourself short. Why would you do such a thing? I feel that people who sell themselves short in this life do so because they think they're going to benefit off right now. It might bring them comfort right now. It might bring them security right now. It might bring them a little bit of happiness right now. But in the long haul and in the long run, it comes back to bite you. You suffer more. You go through more later on in life because you took the easy way. You took the easy path. Right then and there, you settled for less. It might have made you happy in the beginning, but like I said, it comes back to bite you. Because we all know those cliche sayings of you get married to a person and it's good in the beginning, it's good for a year, it's good for 2 years, and then the honeymoon phase, and right after marriage it just goes downhill. These are things that happen whenever you settle for less. So do not settle for less. Chosen ones do not settle for less. Chosen ones appreciate life like no other. Even bad days are good days. We can take any bad day and make it a good day. We can find positives in a bad day. But I feel a lot of other people who have low empathy, people who are selfish and needy and all these other things out there that is not good for you. I feel they just get desperate and needy and clingy and all these other things whenever life might not be going their way. And chosen ones will prevail. Chosen ones will come out on top. They don't need those things. They can go through the hard times by themselves. It doesn't matter. Even if they have another person, it just don't matter. With or without anybody, they will prevail. With or without anybody, the show goes on. With or without anybody, things are going to happen the chosen one's way in the end. But as for a lot of other people, like I said, they're desperate, they're needy, they're clingy, and they will not be blessed in their future. Because they might have got the needy thing now, which might have brought them happiness or made them feel not so alone, or this or that or that or this, right? You do not get blessed in the future for that. Your life only starts to decline because you settle for less. You settle for less not only with other people, but for yourself as well. Chosen ones don't settle for less. This is real talk. If this offends you, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm speaking the truth. This is really how it is. If you want to be blessed, if you really want to be happy, do what you know you have to do. Take that long way. Take that hard path. Do not settle for less. Do what you know you have to do, whether it's hard, whether it's easy, whether it's medium difficulty. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do it. Sometimes it's gonna be harder, sometimes it's gonna be iffy, sometimes things are gonna be easy. Things are just gonna flow your way. Maybe after all the hard times you went through, things are just starting to flow your way. And it doesn't mean it's gonna be like that forever, because you can experience hard times yet again after it might get a little bit easier. Or maybe it never really got easier, maybe you just got stronger. Maybe everything in your life is just flowing, it seems. And it seems as if everything got easy, but you just got stronger as a person. That could be it. So I just think I'm making this video because I just think a lot of people make terrible mistakes. This video could literally save somebody's life. This video could literally save somebody's future. This video could save somebody from making a stupid mistake right now that's going to cost them later. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a significant other, but you have to make sure you're not settling for less. You should feel extremely lucky, extremely blessed to have this person, and this person should feel extremely lucky and blessed to have you. It should be that way, back and forth, vice versa. It should be that way. Because if you don't feel that you are extremely lucky and blessed and you feel like you could just have this person type thing, that's a pretty good sign that you settled for less. The same thing with your significant other. If they don't think this way towards you, they probably settled for less on you. So this is really how it is, guys. I've had those types of people in my life before that I felt extremely lucky and blessed to have them. And some of those types of people, they come and they go. They come and they go. It is what it is. Some things just didn't work out in life because people have to move to certain places. You have to stay where you're at, or you have to move to certain places, things like this. But in the end, everything is going to play out the way it's supposed to play out, is what I believe, no matter who is in your life or not. Right now, things are going to play out the way it's supposed to play out. And that's why you can never settle for less. You can't just make some fast decision because you feel that you want to do that right now. It is not a good decision, and you will probably end up leaving that person, or that person's going to end up leaving you. It's not going to end well, and you know, it's not going to do any good for your future, that's for damn sure. And you can lead yourself into more mistakes by possibly having kids or getting married to the wrong people, and it's just going to lead to divorce. It's going to lead to a single mother, single father. You're going to have a kid, you're going to have a child with separated parents. It's going to mess them up. It's going to throw everything off. And you just created negative experiences when you could have avoided it by not being needy, clingy, desperate, all these things up under the sun. And I get it. People can be clingy and all these things. Clingy is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But I'm just not a clingy type. I know some females are like that. I'm not saying no males are like that, because there are males that are clingy as well. I'm not saying that necessarily is the worst thing in the world, but they're like, to be really needy. I don't see anything healthy about being really needy. Like, you have to take a look at your own life and understand and like figure things out. Like, why are you so needy and desperate? Like, do you not have anything going on in your life? It's these types of people that seem to be the most toxic. Like, you have to get something going on with your life. You live and breathe just like everybody else. You have opportunity just like everybody else. It might be more harder for you or somebody else to create more opportunity for themselves because of current circumstances, but you can't let that be an excuse. You have to fight through, you have to battle through. There is school for a reason. There are business ventures for a reason. You can have as many business ideas as you want. You can become successful. You can get to that money, and you can do whatever you want to do in this life. You just have to set goals. You have to set plans. You have to make a plan. You have to know what you want, and you have to go after it as if your life depends on it. Because it does. It does. And you know what? You might go after something fiercely, and you might not get it. That just means the next thing is coming. The next thing is the best thing. You go after the next thing. If that doesn't work out, it's not meant to be. If it works out, well, it was meant to be, and now you're on your path of purpose. And this is just how things go, guys. Like, I went down many paths. It just wasn't it, and I felt a little bit lost the entire time, thinking I'm doing the right thing, putting in so much work, doing the right things. But it just wasn't my calling. It just wasn't my path, because there was something else. And I guarantee you I'm going to find other things in my lifetime that I'm not even doing right now. And that's just how it's going to be. So, and you know what? I truly believe none of these things that I'm speaking on right now will happen if you settle for less. Settling for less can be the worst downfall of your life. It can block you from every blessing that God has given you in this life. And I'm not even joking. because the person that you may be with and settle for less for, they could be a narcissist, they could drain all your energy, they could use you to entertain themselves in their own life, and I've dealt with people like this before. I didn't know what I was getting into. I never necessarily felt like I ever settled for less, but I just might not have been as good as I needed to be. So if that was the person I am right now, settling for things that I have in the past, it absolutely would be settling for less. But I feel from where I was at in my life in the past and for the people I was messing with, it didn't feel that way at the time. But whenever you better yourself and you understand who you are and your value and your worth, like you really, really do. And I feel I always understood my value and my worth to an extent. And I kind of did get fooled by certain people, getting sold a dream, and just believing in that they are who they say they are type thing. So it's not like I knew I was settling for less, because I never wanted to do that. I never ever saw that. I never saw me doing that in any positions I was in until bad things started happening. And it's like, hold up. Okay now. And then you exit the situation and you carry on with your life, you live and you learn, and you start making the right decisions after a lot of things fail. So that's how things go. And the chosen ones will always prevail in the end, like I've made a video on this channel. It is just true. I always felt I would have prevailed. I always felt like life was going to go my way. I just didn't know how things were going to happen. I didn't know what things were how things were going to go down. I didn't know when I was going to get my happier times. I didn't know whenever I was going to come up out of the darkness. I didn't know anything really. I was just working my ass off. I did all the right things. I never gave up on myself. I stayed up. I stayed professional. I live my life every single day like a professional. I have an agenda and I get things done, no matter if I like it or not. Some people are so weak in the mind that they know they have to do certain things and they do not get it done day after day after day after day after day. They don't do it. I will never give up on myself, and I will always get what I need to get done in the run of a day. It could be killing me and I'm going to do it. That's just who I am. That's how I roll. Hashtag chosen. Chosen for a reason. I don't monkey around with life. I think some people are really stunned in the head whenever they say things like, oh, why do you take life seriously? Oh, just loosen up, this and that and that and this. I don't see anything fun about loosening up and then suffering mentally because you know you're not doing things you're supposed to do. I don't see anything fun in that. But I do see fun, and I have a good time getting things done. I do have a good time living my purpose. I do have a good time staying disciplined, staying focused, and doing all the right things. It brings you abundance, it brings you prosperity, it brings you more. More. The more you do, the more you get. The more you do, the more you earn. Things just start to roll. And that to me is fun. Losing is not fun to me. Settling for less is not fun to me. Loosening up and just not taking life seriously and just doing whatever you want and being a lost cause is not fun to me. I can't relate to these people, how they say the things they say. We are just not on the same wavelength. We are just not the same people. There's chosen people and there's people that are not chosen for a reason. And the chosen win every second of the day, every day. No matter what, even in the roughest of times, even in the toughest of times, we do the right things. So, that's all I gotta say in this video, guys. Do not settle for less. I'll be back with another video. Peace out.